Greetings, Lee Rock.
Hey, David.
Hello, Miss Poi.
Hello.
Hopefully you're doing alright.
I'm doing all right. Indeed. All right, indeed.
I just don't know if the Vanguards are also involved or not. I don't think that was this.
If it's the one Nomad wanted, he just wanted champions.
I see.
Yeah, I believe he wanted to
Good morning, David.
talk about
Hola.
things that happened yesterday. Hi, David.
Oi.
If I can guess Nomad's type, he probably wants the more transparency. If I can guess.
Probably organization, actually. I'm pretty sure I actually know what the meeting's about anyways.
So I'm not far off. That's actually quite surprising.
Yep. Thank you.
No problem. I know. How you doing, Wade?
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Wayne.
Oh, hi.
Hanging around?
Yeah. Just really rocking.
Stop in the
Pardon?
How have you been?
Oh, I've been quite well. Hello, Hicks.
Hi, Higgs.
Hi.
Hi.
I have
I'm here for
gotten
the
a lot of
meeting.
things done, and I've also...
Well, no man isn't here yet, and I think he's the one fronting the meeting, so...
But I'm going to get into that later today.
I got you.
Good evening. And what about yourself?
I've been alright.
Don't you worry, Jamie. Once again, we got our fucking big jug of water right next to us. And by water, I mean tea.
I just need to get the
I should bring Charlotte here at some point.
Sean,
I think y'all would like to meet Charlotte. She's
Friend of
my
yours?
my clone.
That's right.
The one
you
I
have a
adopted.
clone
Yeah,
kid.
it's complicated. Okay, so you know how I was talking about that, David? You know I was talking about that? Well, on the fucking street, right? This guy is this lawyer. His name's Frederick, right? He died, and then his clone has been walking around on the streets now, and he's been talking about propaganda. In like Orlando Soccer, like he's like peddling like this corporation's propaganda. They're real. The clones, they're real. I'm telling you, David, they're real. Well, anyways.
That sounds
Ah,
unfortunate for him.
I wanted to add,
I mean, he was a good lawyer. I didn't really know him that well, though.
That's good. Oh, goodbye.
Combat data was saved from one era visits. I would like to do some extensive
What
training.
is I'll hang the breather.
You could, if at all possible, I would be
Planned for dinner.
know how to set that up
No,
so that I don't have to bother either you
I
or
give up. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Master Joe. It's okay, though. Well, I appreciate your understanding. Maybe we should get you like a paper and pen you can write on.
The arena and the data pad.
Try and teach Joe to write a vegetable.
Perhaps we have to figure something.
I don't see why not. He's already capable of a speech. He can probably already write.
Of course.
I was planning on if I got permission, I would try and work out a schedule with everyone who uses the arena on the weekend.
Very well.
Sun smited me. Oh, now I lurks. The sun? You got big sunburn? Enjoy your looking. Higgs sounds like he needs a healthy sermon of King Lobster's gospel. Amen to that. Amen to that.
I don't know why we're up here.
Bird roleplay?
Yeah.
Bird roleplay.
Aries said that I was a bird. I could use my tail as like a fin to propel myself better. But I have no idea what she's talking
direct yourself better instead of sending yourself over houses every time you die.
about. It's just I don't know. See? Like Q right there? I could never do that shit. That's scary.
She can also port into the ground.
I can also do that, but that's less scary.
I don't.
I can do that if you give me a shovel.
Oh, wow.
If you gave me a shovel, I'll meet you guys down there.
Well, it's less like I like go in the ground and more like I get like moved into the ground. So it's like I'm like swimming through it. It's a little complicated. It's not like actual swimming, but like I'm moving. It's a little complicated. I don't know.
Metaverse bullshit. It's alright. Explain it.
It's yeah, spirit shenanigans.
Don't know if I'll be able to do that. I'm trying to think of ways maybe Voidlings could. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe one will get creative one day and actually do it. I don't know how to do it.
Oh.
No, wait. I think one of the Ascendants learned to like liquidize himself once. I don't want to do that though.
Yeah, I can also do that if you give me a big enough blender.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to turn myself into liquid. That sounds like irreparably dangerous. I don't know. Also, I ran into a new Ascendant the other day. That was weird. Like, like there's a Ascendant Titan, Ermir, remember that guy?
Vaguely.
And like Ascendant Warlock and shit. Yeah, there's another one I call, was it Ascendant Assassin? Weird motherfucker.
Oh.
Becomes
No,
Shovel
it
Knight,
wasn't
hell yeah.
Assassin. It was Ascendant Ninja. It was Ascendant Ninja, not Assassin.
Oh, right. Before I forget, David, are you still here? Oh,
Yep.
turn around.
Still behind you.
Okay, did I miss anything at the end of that meeting though? After I left the other day?
There's been like 2. Has there been another meeting since then? I think there's been another meeting since then.
Yeah, shit.
After
It's the one about after the clock in
Hollow City?
Oh, so it's determined that these attacks are not random, but they are planned by an individual. We don't know who, because the papers are the same in each locale. The note. We unfortunately have to be a lot more careful when, at least the people who were there have to be a little bit more careful when we're wandering around, because now unfortunately we are probably being watched.
I hope they get my good side.
Hello.
I hope they get my good
Yes.
side,
Nomad was the one to initialize this meeting, correct?
Yeah, well, I'm giving him the summary of what he may have missed for last meeting, because he had to leave early.
Yes, I see no problem with that. However, I was curious. Did he say when he wanted to have us all there?
Nomad? No.
No.
So we'll find out, I suppose, when he gets here.
I see.
Speak of the devil.
Oh,
I don't see him.
He's about to go under the bridge in a second here, I'm sure. He just
Nah, I don't
came
see
through the door. Just a
No,
moment.
I don't see him.
Give it a second. Give it a second.
No, I don't see him.
Give it a second.
Nah,
Hold on. Give it
I
a
see him
second.
now.
Give it a second.
No, there he is. Okay, now
There
I
you
see
go.
him.
You got like object permanence going, Higgs? Yeah.
Yeah, I do, Ares. So what?
It's okay.
And me when I have object permanence and my friends.
Who the hell is Nomad? Oh my god, Nomad, hi!
Is he talking? I can't hear it.
Yeah, we're cool as fuck. On God. All right, I'm coming down.
hello, Nomad.
Hello.
Is there a particular time frame when you would like to uphold that meeting?
Well, I was actually expecting Higgs to be late, and it seems that I'm the one who's late. So, I mean, I guess we can do it now.
I like the
I
blatant
mean,
trends.
I preferably now. I have to really catch a plane. So.
my apologies then.
You're
yeah, we
good.
can-
You're good.
Well then.
I know time's relevant and everything, but at some point I'm gonna have to get my adoptive clone out of school. Well, to take to school. Well, it's complicated. Anyways,
Your
Kindo
what?
Club. I'm gonna bring Charlotte here at some point. You'll meet her.
Then let us begin.
That's a whole story, Mr. Nomad.
There's many things I could help decipher for you, Lloyd, about the things that Higgs talks about sometimes. I don't know if I can this time.
Well, there's always a need for.
Because I know exactly what he's talking about. I just don't know how to put it to words.
Would you like Miss Q's presence as well?
I don't mind either way.
Alright. Miss Q?
Fashionably, the one to pull the card of, I have to be there, so I have to be somewhere soon, kind of thing. But promise this time, it is for something good.
Of course. Thank you, Joe.
Nice boots, Joe.
You have seen Randolph around here, have you?
Not in a little while.
I don't think I have.
Not since the
not since your ship, actually.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since your ship incident.
Well, if he was here, I would have asked to invite him, but he's so well. If you don't mind, I'll be standing instead.
Very well. So, how's everyone's day been?
Great.
I got up, I had coffee with a handful of people, and then I
Went to work, and now technically right now I'm on my lunch break, but that's fine because my lunch break can be as long as I want it to.
I could also
Maybe you're just
twice. I apologize for
Yes?
the delay.
Are you just always on the clock? Like, what's going on, man?
Well, I mean, I work as a private investigator in Orlando, Saka, and I'm on a case right now. I just took a lunch break.
To think someone like you would, you know, like, how do I say this?
That's his original profession, surprisingly.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I mean, homeboy has to make money somehow to
Pay for all these fucking Warren's runs.
I
It's
mean,
like 15K a
considering-
pop.
Wait, you have to pay money for
Why
that?
don't you sell some of the shit you get on adventures, man? Like, you got a vault somewhere, huh?
Do you pay the people who go down there? How does that
Yeah.
work?
Yeah, I pay people. They go down there, they make money. Yeah, and then if they pick up any extra stuff or side objectives, they get money made from doing that. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know why people would go down
wish
there
I
to
had
risk
known
their
that earlier.
lives
Maybe I
without
would come by more
just
often.
cause.
Right, yeah. No, it's not a fucking charity. No, I pay
I'm
people
missing
for
my
going down
arm
there.
and my leg, and now I got this crisp $20 bill to.
If fucking only it was 20. I'm actually might need to like reduce the payment from like 15K to 10K at some point. I'm gonna have to. Anyways, money problems is that yes, I have to work a 9-to-5 job.
I see. Well, we're getting a bit off topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out whether I should bring up, obviously, what happened on the ship, or I'm sure there's a few other things that might have happened that are relevant, such as the clock attack in Hollow City. I'm not sure what needs to be discussed first. So I'll leave that up to you, Riza.
The ship. I'd be
Right.
interested to hear about it.
Yes, I don't have any details on that one. So.
I'd be interested too.
Well, David, do you think you could give an account? Because I didn't personally go down there, and I feel if I tried to explain it, I might miss something. For either of you three, obviously.
Very well. I can give an account up until I
Yeah, I
passed
can fill in
out.
David's gaps after he went unconscious. Yeah, I got you afterwards.
All right, so we arrived at the ship. Ranoff had greeted us with a few other members of Nomad's crew, as well as Nomad themselves. We went into the belly of their ship, where the zone areas were no longer considered safe, in search of the rift, of course. Going through the ship, it took us quite some time to get to the rift. We encountered a few keepers along the route, unfortunately. Once we had finally located a rift, I had attempted to close it. It took, well, a lot, and of course we were getting overrun during that entire process. Unfortunately, the rift had moved locations, and I wasn't capable of closing it at the time, so we had to reroute and relocate the rift. During the time period where we spent relocating the rift, we encountered a keeper who was infected with drift energy. this particular keeper, based off of the attacks we were throwing at it, did not indicate it was taking any format of damage, so I ordered a retreat, as it was relatively slow. Moving on, we located the second rift within your cargo hold, and I was able to, well, it took a shit ton of effort, but eventually I was able to close it, and then I passed out. At some point after passing out, I woke up and, well, actually, moving back a little ways, we encountered during the search for the gate the first time, or rift the first time, we encountered one of Nomak's crewmates, who unfortunately we feel was infected with the drift energy. They exploded and caused Nomad to be down for the count. That also caused us to be without Ranulph and their additional crew member. Going back to me passing out after I had awoken from passing out, everything was red. Drift energy, I can assume, was everywhere. Difficult to breathe. My strength was already gone. It's hard enough to lift my neck up, and breathing on top of that didn't help. We were trying to get, they believe they were trying to get me to the med bay as soon as possible, or at least to the ship station, so we could get me out of the location. And when we arrived at the medical bay, all of Nomad's crew members, including Ranulph, lie dead. When looking around, eventually Nomad himself appeared, stabbing one of his crewmates in the chest. I ordered Higgs to put me down so I could talk to Nomad directly, and I wasn't able to get a word in. He stabbed me through the chest. And after that, I was out for good until maybe a few days after my time here in Heaven's Reach, when I had awoken.
Except not all of that actually happened, did it?
No. Well, except the hole. Which is where I got concerned too. See, I don't think you actually got blown up by one of your crewmates. We encountered a similar thing when we went down to the factory place, where there was, like, weird corrupted versions of, I don't know if they were you or other people or things from the drift. That's what blew up on you, I'm pretty sure. Not one of your crew members, but I could be wrong. On top of that, I'm pretty sure after we destroyed the rift, that there was a similar thing happened with the Aether at one point with me, and I think the similar thing happened there as well, where there was so much cosmic energy and so much drift energy constantly ramming heads against each other, constantly fighting, you know, all that fighting, and then once the rift was closed, there was no more cosmic energy, so the drift just came in. It was constantly building force, and that's what we saw. That all those echoes, everything that we saw was from the drift. And then as that happened, then we had to deal with all of that with the corrupted, with that corrupted keeper nearly fucking flattening us along the way. On top of that, then when we got to the medical bay to grab you and leave, pretty much, or whatever the case we were going to do, I don't even remember. That's when we saw all of your dead crewmates and everyone, and then you stabbed them and then stabbed David. Which I believe was all like a hallucination until I saw that David was actually fucking run through. Which is where I'm confused.
So that begs the question, Nomad, did you actually stab David?
No, of course I didn't. That should be out of the question.
So, what about Ranulph? It was stated that they had found them dead. Is she okay?
Ranulph,
yeah.
Ranulph and
it wasn't real.
Kiefer, I forgot what his name was. He was one of my crewmates. The two of them were attending me the whole time while I was injured.
Okay.
And nothing, according to them, nothing happened while I was out. So, there's a few things that I want to point out here. and I will be eventually drawing a conclusion. First of all, in regards to what you said about a drift creature, no, actually, that was Goliath, one of my crewmates that I had put on that list when I first requested for my crew to be let into Heaven's Reach. Unfortunately, he never had a chance to come by here, but
that was my concern.
It seems that when the Keepers broke out of the rift and we lost contact with him, they had compromised his suit. So, and that comes to my other statement about, you know, what you mentioned about the drift supposedly coming through. When I saw Goliath, and David obviously questioned me for this, I attempted to engage Goliath on my own because I did not want to risk any further corruption spreading beyond just me and him. Luckily, or at least I would think I was successful with that, as I seemed to take most of the blast and you guys seemed fine, but that was my initial goal there. And regarding the Keeper, okay, let me just take a few steps back here. So, in the aftermath of that event, I asked Utsa to go snooping around, seeing if there was any traces of drift energy anywhere, because from what I thought, that was completely eliminated. Obviously, besides the energy that lies within us, but the ship itself should not have anything left over. Utsa said that the only traces of drift energy he could find was Goliath and a random spot on the floor, which I would assume was the Keeper that you guys defeated.
No, I don't know if we defeated it. That motherfucker wasn't dying.
I don't even know. I don't even know if we
actually
could
kill
have.
it.
No, it was no. We couldn't kill it. I had David. Well, the 2 times that we encountered it, we number one lost you in the first case. After that, and so we kept on moving for our prime objective, and then the secondary objective was the second time we encountered it. It was chasing us through that drift fog or whatever, and I was carrying David.
Okay, so you were unable
to say about that.
Go ahead.
First of all, I'm very surprised to hear about a Keeper being affected by a third-party energy. But this is overall not a good sign. Let us not forget what the original duty of those Keepers is. To keep things from traversing through the in-between that do not belong there. If these Keepers are compromised, things will and can travel freely, without any consequences. The drift showing dominance over those Keepers is not a good sign. So I ask, were you able to dispose of it or not?
That's my question too.
As far as I'm aware, no.
My question is the drift capable of recreating the visuals of entities that it's observed or something?
It has the potential for that. However, it also has the potential to recreate, or rather, if enough of it gets into your head, you can see anything. And based on what Higgs said about the drift fog, Utsa didn't see any sign of any latent drift energy floating around the area. And combined with the fact that, well, David said that I stabbed him, something tells me that they weren't really seeing things how it actually happened.
So potentially this could have been elusive.
There were, well, before I had fully passed out after closing the rift, there was a moment where time had frozen. There were some voices that I heard. Sounded like a conversation.
I can't remember what they were right now.
Yeah. Albeit what happened there was a huge spoiler to myself.
I could recall it, but I'd have to step out for a few minutes. I need to go grab some stuff and come back. I can recall the information. Just it might be a few. If you want me to go do that, I can. I have to magical girl power up so I can remember.
Would you like to hear it?
Hear what?
Higgs' recollection of what the voices said.
Sure.
Okay, give me a few minutes. Y'all keep talking.
I would like to read.
The reason why we
like
can't
what the
quite
voices
recant
say.
is because there was a lot. There was a lot said to us at the time. It wasn't just one sentence or two. It was like an entire essays of words that really caught us off guard in the moment.
Ethereal isn't here, unfortunate.
I was on the door of getting knocked out, so I have a decent excuse.
Nomad, you said usually the ship is clean of drift energy, and the only thing that has been spotted was Goliath and what appeared to be the Keeper. Is there a possibility
What's up, Paint?
that Utsa, or whoever could assist, perform another scan of the area to double check?
The ceiling.
I mean,
I'm gonna throw you off a bridge.
Yes, I mean, I was just once, but I mean, I'm sure he'd be down to do it again.
That would be wonderful. I don't think we can risk having a drift
No,
keeper roaming around still.
You're done.
Yeah,
It's over.
I unfortunately was under the assumption that you guys had disposed of it, and that's on me for not prying.
Theory for me, and I would like your insight on this.
If a compromised keeper
Skycrab
was
is
sent to the in-between,
rain
would the
upon the
other keepers
unbelievers.
recognize it as an
Amen.
intruder?
Bongo.
I do not believe so, no.
That's concerning. If that's the case, there's a possibility, given what I
At least perceive about this energy, it's infectious. Correct?
Yes.
When you encountered this keeper, did it get any assistance?
I don't recall. I wasn't.
Are you referring to did the Drift Keeper get assistance from some other being? Oh, it did actually. Yes, there was a warden, not a warden. Bloody hell, the guardian, the ones that fly.
The Watchers.
Watcher. Thank you. There was a Watcher that was powering it up. We immediately, whenever I saw a Watcher near it, I said we need to destroy it at all costs. Unfortunately,
And the Watcher, did it look compromised?
It did not. It looked very normal.
I figured.
Well, that confirms that theory. Was there any strange interactions between the compromised entity and any of the Watchers? Did you witness anything?
There was only one compromised drift entity, and after we had taken out the Watcher that was powering it up, we didn't encounter any more of the drift keepers amongst any of the other keepers. It was alone, besides that one.
So the Drift Keeper treated the other Watchers or any other in-betweener as an ally?
There were no other. I would say yes, because the Watcher powered it up, but that was the only time we had encountered the Drift Keeper with any other keepers. It was alone after we had defeated the Watcher.
I see. Well, if you would give me but one moment, I'll be back momentarily.
Yeah, I think Imperial still needs to arrive, so we can take as much time as we need.
Skater boy. He was a skater boy. See you later, boy. Possibly.
I guess while we're
It's
waiting,
up to
maybe
Nomad,
we can
though.
pivot to the
I don't think we want to have
clock
David corrupted
attack.
with drift energy, guys.
I still don't really know exactly what went down there.
I think I gave you the rough draft during your last venture here in Heaven's Reach, but effectively we went to Hollow City to prevent another clock attack. We were warned that a clock appeared, however there was nothing came out. Within several days time frame, people had been disappearing mysteriously. According to Venus, it was a total of around 150 people or more. We went to the first location where we suspected entities. We found nothing. During our time there, myself and Mr. Ethan were being affected somehow, memories being erased, small things. Ethan believed he had never put on a pair of shoes that day, and I had believed that my hat was, I had never put it on my head, only to find out by the others within the room that our beliefs were not true. After that, we had gone to an airport that was completely abandoned, and that is where we encountered the clock attack, which was Nigu Hazaki. We had managed to devise a strategy to remove them. The flower that is a part of their clan, the Purple Lotus, they would return to it at times, I believe, to heal or something of the sort. And when they returned to it, we encountered them there and flogged them, to put it simply. After the clock was dealt with, various different clothes and outfits reappeared. Upon a meeting afterwards related to this, we found that Niku Hazaki's abilities are related to fate and time, and they were unraveling certain people's fate, thus effectively erasing them from existence.
She has that kind of power?
Apparently so. And
it would appear so.
Specifically, the experiences that Ethan and David here were starting to experience is, according to Riza, the beginnings of her ability taking effect.
Alright, pardon me.
Effectively, she starts
Picking at the fabric
of your existence and pulling it apart, apparently. We've shifted topics to the class.
Oh.
Returning back to, now that Higgs is here, we can return back to current topic.
Is that teeth?
Yeah,
that is
it's
teeth.
complicated. I don't know. It's not complicated. I have no idea what it is. Anyways, so in short, and what I was able to determine from the regaling my memory, so it was me at first talking to Riza about our reasonings for being there for the wish. From there, it was Scarlet King gloating about something nonsensical.
Wait.
What?
You're joking.
You and me talking about the wish?
Mm-hmm.
That can only mean one thing.
A clock?
Have you faced the clock?
At that moment, no. Well, not
But
then,
we did hear
but in
we did
general,
hear
yeah.
crow noises among the ship.
a memory vault?
Goodness gracious.
Why didn't you mention that earlier?
It didn't occur to me until I remembered it. Remember, Star Child memory.
That was a raven call. And I was not the one to make it. Please
who has the
continue.
capability of making those calls.
Okay.
Once you finish recounting,
so-
I would like to continue as well.
Okay. So Scarlet Kane was talking about a whole lot of things I don't think
I am
entirely
purposely
necessary, but
forgetting
it
some
sounded like she was
detailed
gloating
information,
to
chat,
you
on the count
specifically.
that
No,
David was
then
fucking
you started talking,
on
I
death's
zoomed
door
past you,
during the end of
you
that
were
event.
talking about
A lot
how
of
you
memories
were
would
willing
be
to throw it all
warbled and
away for a
removed,
chance to kill Scarlet Kane in the
or just
tower,
forgotten.
pretty much. One more chance to kill her, that kind of thing, except she's walking around in the tower, etc., blah, 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 blah. And then, Riza said that was very dangerous, and you were going to be willing to sacrifice us all, and you said whatever it takes, pretty much. And then it all faded, and then we
I don't remember saying that.
That's what the vision said, or the memory, I guess.
Okay, well,
If it was a Raven's call, maybe it was Starlight Kane, because I heard her.
No.
that's what I was going to say. Because
The question I would have
something-
is who can release a Raven's Call?
Only me
I would like
and champions.
And champions.
Yes. They have a bit
Considering
of my
that you
essence.
can't leave the tower, that could only mean one person.
that doesn't make any sense to me.
It
I've
could be
noticed
10.
that's
Tim?
Yes, there were 10 champions. And regardless if the context was about Nomad, it could have been another one. For God's sake, it could have been David.
Here's the thing, though. Regarding the Keeper, something I've noticed, at least from what I've heard, in various instances of Scarlet Kane appearing as a clock, she has demonstrated the ability to summon both drift creatures and Keepers. I don't think it's a coincidence that those two seem to have merged, especially considering the fact that I highly doubt any one of the crew has enough drift energy to corrupt one of them on their own.
What are you
I
suggesting?
will note that the one time that we encountered Scarlet Kane summoning In-Between was while we were within the In-Between. And in the same instance, my champions, they encountered her and she summoned drift creatures that time. So, the correlation is there.
What I'm saying is that obviously I'm not one to question your knowledge here, regarding the Raven calls, but I just think it's too convenient, especially when you consider what Higgs said. She seems to be warping what I said, because I don't remember saying that. And her voice was in there.
Without a doubt, Scarlet Kane is not capable of uttering a Raven call. And I can explain to you why
There
that
was
is.
something else with her. There could have been another one capable of it.
That is what I'm saying. Most definitely there had to be a champion, Raven, by her side. Scarlet Kane is not capable of doing so.
Wait.
And why is that?
A
Because
champion
as you
Raven?
all... Yes.
Yes.
As you all already know, I was the one to create the ravens of yourselves.
Oh.
Which means I altered ravens. I was also the one to alter Jin Bin into this form, which allows me to do the raven calls. Which also ultimately means, with my essence, those ravens that are you are also capable of doing these raven calls. No other raven can do it.
So either you
So one of the
or
champion
it's
ravens
the
is what you
champions
mean by
that-
champion.
And I'm pretty sure I wasn't the one to utter this raven call.
The Ravians.
Right. So
Why would
last
any of
question,
us be working with her?
I would tell you if I would know.
who's the custodian?
It's a way of describing what he is. I don't think his name is even utterable by human tongue, but he, from what we've encountered, he is the caretaker, I guess, of the drift. He makes sure that things don't get too out of control, and he seems to be some kind of alien creature or something like that. I don't know too much about it, but he has the ability to
or something.
go between realms. And as a matter of fact, I mean, I actually remember what Scarlet said to me that day when she showed up as a raven in the tower. That she was likely put there as his form of punishment. Which, as you know, we defeated her, and foolishly we let him decide what to do with her, because he told us that she would suffer in, a fate worse than death. But of course, that's on us for trusting him.
Right.
I didn't get a say in the vote.
That individual one day made its way to the tower together with the remains of Scarlet Kane and offered me to bound her to that place.
So it did happen then?
It did.
Did you have a choice in saying yes or no?
Yes. I didn't just do it because I could. I gave her a chance to climb the tower.
So you're telling me you could have said no?
That is correct.
I'm gonna take a silent leave. I'll be back. I'll be back soon.
Okay, well.
Nomad, I'm unsure if I actually met you during that time. If I remember correctly, you weren't even a champion of mine.
That's correct.
How
Are you
much of
saying
her
that gives you an
history would you
excuse?
have been aware of?
Scarlet's history?
Mm-hmm.
I was aware of her and her relationship with her father. And the ruby spiders.
Known what kind of intention she had.
For certain.
Why did you give her a chance then?
Because she was alone.
Surely you would know you knew she would fail.
She died at floor 1.
How pathetic.
So Riza willingly imprisoned her. To give her a chance to fuck up, pretty much. Fully knowing that she wasn't going to succeed.
I will have to
It
admit
wasn't her own
that
hand.
Lady.
I'm guessing you can't say that. She can't say that. She can't say that. She
physically can't say that, so we're just gonna have to take what happened and take it for what it happened.
Scarlet
The
Kane had a
point that I was
choice.
going to say.
That's what you refer to as the custodian. Gave her a choice. It was either hell or the tower. She wanted to try to climb the tower, thus gaining a fate worse than hell.
You call that a fate worse than hell?
Riza would know.
If it wasn't for the tainted wish, Nomad, she would experience nothingness for the rest of eternity. Not even granted the pleasure of the afterlife.
KW.
Are you implying that you would take the death in the tower over hell, too?
Some people just want to sleep.
For someone like her, being able to fight is what gives her meaning.
Now, what are the other points that we have to bring up at this meeting? The clock at Hollow City? Did you want to
I'm
be
not
caught
ready to
up on
move
it?
on from this right now.
Oh? All right, I'm listening.
I recall you promised me something. You promised that if I was careful and that I followed your plans, eventually Scarlet Kane would be defeated because you had the sole ability to rewrite her memories and turn her into something else. Right?
Altering
That is correct.
right?
You created the problem in the first place, and then now you dangle a solution in front of my face.
Is that how you want to
Okay.
see it?
I've been talked over several times, so I want to just speak now. There was no way for Riza to know that Scarlet Kane would ever break free of her prison. In her mind, she was condemning her to a fate worse than death, and doing what she felt was just. She was not trying to give Scarlet Kane a second chance at redemption or ability to fuck with people's lives. It is a byproduct of what has happened. Nothing more.
Regardless of that, I don't know if I feel comfortable following your rules regarding how to engage her now. This is a problem you created. I will solve it.
If that's how you want to do it, you are very well capable to do so. However, if at some point you request my assistance, you know where to find me.
Understood.
Are we ready to move on now?
Sure.
Very well. I suppose you wanted to be caught up on the clock event in Hollow City?
Yes, I already had a brief description from David while you were gone.
Alright.
We were at the part where they had encountered her and found out about her ability and how the individuals had been unwritten.
I see. I do not know if there's much left to cover in that topic then. However, the people that disappeared will not return, unfortunately. It just goes to show that whenever there is a clock and presumably nothing is coming out of it, there sure is something coming out of it, for sure.
If that ever happens again, I'll have to respond immediately.
I had a question
Miss
for
Venus. Yes?
regarding these clock images. Are the Ravens aware that they are doing what they are doing, and do they have a choice in the matter?
More importantly, was
unfortunately,
it Raven Nomad then stabbed David, or are we looking at something else?
That was more
still
than
the
likely a
drift?
hallucination. I don't know what exactly infused you with that much drift energy. My only thought would be Scarlet King, and that's why you saw the things that you saw.
Alright. Let's not forget that I do not have all the context that my true self has. What is going on the other side with the Renegade Ravens or anything regarding the tower? I only know everything up until the point where I was sent off by my true self. Everything after, I have no access to.
Sorry, I didn't mean to start speaking before you were finished. But it is a point to be made that the time at the tower is quite dilated in comparison to our own. Centuries have passed for the Raven champions. Opinions could have been formed and changed. So, there's no telling what could have happened.
That's fair.
I just can't wrap my head around why she would do that to innocent people.
Who?
The clock?
Niku.
Oh, darling, you must be mistaken. The clock warnings, they do not summon the actual person. They are a manifestation, a recreation, not the actual article.
Right, but the manifestation... Does the Raven, the original Raven, know what they're doing? Obviously we don't know this, but it's a question to be asked. Whether they have any kind of control or knowledge of them.
A Raven will not know whenever there's a warning of their own self conjured somewhere in the universe. It might just as well be a clock of my own, and I would have no way to ever know that unless I encountered myself. That is the unfortunate reality.
So they're just pawns. Just completely robotic pawns.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it.
Well, that's...
Think about it as taking a moment of time and unwinding it, and then replaying it.
It's probably the only good news I've heard all day. Thank you.
Happy to oblige.
Is there anything else you would like to know about this particular event?
You mentioned how she has the power to undo things. I wanted to know more about that and how she got that power.
It was of the path of the Hongmoon hero. The path that she had chosen to take.
Level
She
5
had
union
practiced
clock.
that ability
Uh-oh.
once in a while already, and I'm pretty sure in the tower as well. That is how in the world the clock remembers. However, Niku Hasaki is a good person. And therefore, this ability was never misused in any sort of way. It just goes to show that capabilities like that are in the best hands of people with good intentions. As we have saw what comes out of it when a clock possesses something like this. The path of the Homeland Hero was long and complex. Even if I tried to recollect every single detail about it, I think I would have a hard time. But I know that the key component to all of this was a person called Master Hong, her teacher. She was taught the ability of unwriting things to an extent, to correct the mistakes that were made in her realm by those who tried to take on the role of a god, and those who were the actual figures of a god, clashing with each other. This realm that she was from, the realm that I was
I do
from,
believe
was
Indu
very
was
It
No,
was
she
very
can finish it.
interconnected. It was very interconnected with the divine and also the dark realm. You could see that realm as somewhat of a centerpiece of the two. And eventually, both of them started to clash with that very earth in the center. Innocent lives were taken left and right. And one person was ready to take on it and correct the mistakes made by those who, again, sought for power.
I see.
In a way, Niku didn't learn the technique. She was granted it by the people. Chosen.
That makes the tower using it that much more disgusting.
I agree. Do remember that it's not directly the tower, though. It's the wish. The wish is its own party, separate from the tower. Once conjured, it will do its own thing.
Well, that pretty much concludes my meeting, I guess. The only thing I'd like to do now is discuss with the champions on future plans and the like. So you can stay if you want, but your presence isn't really required.
I do believe my presence is required, since there's something I would like to bring up.
Sure, go ahead.
I did a little experiment the other day. I have connected Heaven's Reach to the flow of time of the metaverse for a slice of a second without finalizing it. You will not like what I saw. What? If you allow me, I will demonstrate it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just like, sit back.
Wait. I will make my way to the core, and all of you make sure that the visitors of Heaven's Reach stay calm. Nothing will happen.
Very well, then I suppose we should be going towards that direction as well. Okay, alright. We're going in that direction as well then.
Is this what I think it is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sort of.
So we all
you'll notice probably regardless of where you are.
So panic immediately when
So we all hit the fetal position and start crying.
This will be interesting.
I suppose we'll just watch the entrance then.
Sounds good.
Calm people down if they decide to panic. Oh my. Oh my. Oh no.
I see the conundrum now.
Oh my.
Because we talk about it so much here. The moment it reconnects, it all flows back into time.
Yep.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I'm going to assume this. The moment you fully reconnect it, all of time links up, meaning all the time we've spent here links up, meaning all of the amount of us talking about the situation, all of the warnings kick off all at once.
Yes.
Why some of them have crowns and some of them don't?
Those with crowns are either queens or king's clocks.
Was that
right.
I assume king and queen are more powerful?
Yes, they are the last stages. So now I would like you to take a look at the meeting area.
We're talking about this. This is what will happen if one. Well, if
you can see it from here.
Heavens reach back to the flow of time. All of the talks that we've had about what we're not supposed to talk about all lines up with the time flow.
You can unfortunately see that they're all crowned.
Right. That's the meeting area right there, right?
Yes. That's where we have talked in detail about everything important.
Why is the sky like this then?
So this is just a waste then?
Showing an example. It is.
Pardon?
Temporarily.
Was this just a waste?
Protection? No, she was testing to see what would happen.
Have you listened earlier, Nomad?
Reconnect it. She did a fraction of a second connection, and this flash.
I have said that I have connected the flow of time of Heaven's Reach to the Metaverse for a slice of a second, not even finalizing it. To see what would happen. And this is what we got.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Some of them are probably
So in other words, this
older
place will have to be
clocks.
stuck here, frozen in time.
Until the wish is dealt with. Because if the wish is dealt with,
Speaking of being frozen in time, that couldn't be more convenient. Oh my god, dude. Well, that's a little fucking creepy. Oh my god, not only is it's quite literally frozen in time, chat! Holy shit! Chat, no! I got deleted from Heaven's Reach and time itself! I'm forever... David's forever going to live out his life with For frozen time. Ah! Okay, finally. God damn it. What happened? I lost connection. For a sec. What the hell was even that going on? No, I mean the clocks. Oh, Riza reconnected the flow of time to Heaven's Reach for a millisecond. And this is effectively... And she immediately turned it off, because if she would have kept it connected, hundreds of thousands of clock tacks would suddenly have occurred within Heaven's Reach. So it's looking like we're unfortunately never going to be able to connect Heaven's Reach to the flow of time, which that's going to hit David pretty fucking hard.
Brother? Speaking of which,
Solely
probably
with the amount of things we're holding out getting back
I would
almost feel like that's an understatement.
This shows that you all need to start conquering those levels a little bit faster.
Yes, that's how much payback the powers we wanted to give us for talking about sensitive topics here.
It's a little confusing.
At least it works on power, I don't really think that much.
She did so for not even a fraction of a second, just to see what we're talking about.
Q's right. We're gonna have to. Training time.
Yeah.
More training. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you, David. I got my ass handed to me in Nomad's ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I'll be in the general.
This is just a image pre-projected, I believe.
Actually, Steel.
Fought a king clock, and God, I have never. Literally a bombardment ship. Yeah. I don't think you want to fight an armada of things. And this was all of a sudden.
Well, part of me wants to say, oh yeah, I can take them all on, but
No. No. Steel, that is.
Hey.
Yeah, my dreams, yeah.
No, I do believe with that amount of King's clocks.
If all of these weren't
I think even
But you still have more things to talk about.
Yeah,
between
I
us.
was. I was just going to say when you guys were talking about training again, and we need to go finish
Fighting
that.
one of these things is terrifying. Anyway, an armada of ships.
Utsu reminded me of a crippling weakness that opponent has.
Shall we restore? Yes.
Please.
I think we thought
Please
for
don't
long
get
enough now.
more panic attacks for me.
Because Utsu said that's what you guys did when you had to fight him. Or you told me.
Yeah, if it's the weakness I'm thinking about, then I already know it.
This one we talk.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Well, that's the second one.
Oh, that's the one they told me about.
It's really, really annoying that this is my most powerful thing that I can do, and I can't use it very much.
David. What's going on?
I don't think I can deal with any more meetings today, Mr. Nomad.
Really?
Indeed.
Why's that?
Because reality's a bitch. That's why.
I have plans that I need feedback on, so...
I cannot emotionally provide proper feedback for the next upcoming days, unfortunately, as I am highly emotionally compromised right now.
Okay.
I'm not going to be able to give
Well,
you
if
much
there's anything you
valuable
disagree with,
information.
you are withdrawing your vote.
Very well. I'll get my shit together.
Alright.
Alright, David.
No.
I suppose, Higgs, it's best to try it.
Do you think, friend? I'll be around, but I gotta take my leave for today.
It's the
I
chart.
appreciate it,
Fuck
Mr.
around. Find out.
You have a good meeting, Miss Teresa.
Okay, Higgs, Imperial, if I can get your... Sorry, go ahead.
I'll be at the meeting.
No.
area.
I was just. You finish your.
Okay, I was gonna pull them away.
No, Miss Mitsu, I'll be at the meeting area.
That is true. You can't.
David, would you like to drink some tea with me?
I think I have to attend this meeting before I am able any format of leisure, so for now I need to compose myself, and then I can drink tea.
Tea is a way of composing yourself, David. I do believe the champions can catch you up on whatever they are planning next.
Unfortunately, if I am not at this meeting, apparently my vote will be non-conclusive, so I think I should attend. Excuse me. Hello. Excuse me.
I think after work on Wednesdays, David, I'm going to start coming in pretty regularly. Let's go ahead and extend our training sessions a little bit, yeah?
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
Damn. Damn! Really don't want to use the Aether. Fair. Sorry, I'm thinking about my options, what I have right now. I feel like I've reached the plateau when it comes to like me and training. There's only so much that I can do right now off the top of my head to like prepare for stuff. I'm not like how I used to be, where I felt like I had like endless opportunities. So I'm just trying to think of like what I can actually do at the moment.
Look, I know the feeling. Everything from me of trying to like, I could do this, but all these things in my head of, but it's a double-edged sword.
I would like to avoid double-edged swords if at all possible.
Oh. Alright.
Well, that was definitely sobering, Razor. Thanks for giving us that insight. Pretty, but sobering.
What was that?
I told Riza thank you for showing us, and that it was pretty yet sobering.
Press all the hell up.
Okay, so last thing on the board. What's up, Nomad?
Well, I wanted to formally hatch a plan to catch Scarlet Cane, or rather, attract enough attention for Malleus to notice something for Scarlet Cane to notice, and then get her to potentially make her presence known, even though we already know she's there. The reason why I'd like to get started at
Was Steele or Grayson invited to this meeting?
I don't think so.
I think he said that Otto invited him
To be
here.
honest,
Then let him pass.
considering that David's condition was partly because of whatever drift hallucination she put you guys through, my blood is a bit
scared.
boiling right now, to say the least. And especially knowing that you know, Riza advised caution, but I don't think caution is really needed right now. So I'd like to get some feedback on potential ways to get her to manifest.
Depends how bluntly you want the message to be for her to show.
Fortunately, I don't really have the best ideas right. Go ahead.
The original plan to get Scarlet Cane to manifest was through Sachi. We were going to cause a ruckus with Sachi, and somehow through that ruckus it was going to cause her to appear through the emotional state we were all in.
I can think of an idea, potentially.
You have an in with Malleus.
Oh, you do?
Yes. I literally work beside him and I technically talk business with him very frequently.
Mr. Fox fought him and walked away from it, potentially.
I
Might
have
be an
talked with
option.
him one-on-one, yes.
That's very useful, actually.
And the fact that he is unfortunately connected to another business of mine that Higgs is well aware of. I have to, I have to interact with him at times. So I have multiple angles to get his attention, if need be.
Go for like an all-in-one kind of thing. Place our bets and see how it goes.
Yeah, and my initial thought was, not sure if you guys have heard of this new thing coming up called Fight Finder.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, Gormunder's subsidy business. Yeah, what's up? What about it?
Well, I have again, this was probably like on the bottom of the idea list, but potentially if I participated in these tournaments, if I get into a high enough rank, I don't know if Malleus really has any interest in seeing high level fights, but you know, I suppose if Malleus sees me fighting, Scarlet might get interested somehow, but I don't know exactly how that would bring her out. But it would at least get her, I don't know, thinking.
Potentially. Mine was kind of on lieu with yours, potentially. Remember 6 or so months back, you don't know about this, but again, this stays here because if I talk about this, it puts my life in jeopardy. I was working under Nemesis for a little bit, and when I was, for a little while I still was, Malleus came out and threatened Nemesis' life. There was a thing that happened, and Nemesis, myself, fought Malleus. We were able to leave pretty much afterwards. Now, if that is the case,
You didn't see Scarlet there, did you?
No, I did not. But it's quite possible that if he feels like the odds are pressed against him, what if we just challenge Malleus openly? That kind of thing. What if we would, you know, what if we group up, smack him enough? Well, I mean, as long as, if Nemesis and I could do it, then I think that if we group together and really gave it our fucking all, he's gonna see that his back's pressed up against the wall and it's gonna be Scarlet. He's gonna pull out Scarlet as a last resort trump card. From there, then we shift our focus from Malleus to then that. I know it's definitely a lot more of a brazen, let's fucking just go at it, you know, last resort kind of thing, but I mean, I think it could work.
David, I have a question. I would like to hear it from you.
Hear what?
Scarlet Kane. This plan. What are we going to achieve?
Scarlet Kane is defeated and then moves back to the tower and then does whatever she does again at some point.
I thought we could use that as a way to get to the tower.
Right. Send her back to the tower, energy trace goes back, we can follow it.
You truly think it's going to be that easy?
I don't know.
Are you not seeing what's happening? The Ravens are always a step ahead.
So that's what changed. You're just worried about the Ravens.
I'm worried as much about the Ravens as you are about Scarlet Kane. I wonder when you will admit that all of this is just to satisfy yourself. Say it in front of your companion champions.
Obviously, yes, this would be satisfying, but to be honest, she's still not going to die. I'm still going to be unsatisfied. But
And ultimately, what is going to happen is you're wasting time and resources.
What about tracing the tower? Isn't that the end goal here, getting to the tower and destroying it?
Miss
or
Q has
Yeah,
tried
destroy
to
the
do
tower.
so already. She got greeted with a clock in her eye.
That was
Would you like to be the
the
next one to inherit it?
I believe, I don't know if you were after the tower at that time, because I was there for that moment. You attempted to follow the traces of a clock. Which might have been what caused the clock. I don't know if trying to trace a raven, if that's possible, would activate a clock as well.
To be fair, you all arriving at the tower via any means would be in direct contradiction to what the wish desires.
It'd just be clock after clock.
It would result in the same result.
So the...
Did you remember when I said that there is a possibility that one day there might be a tower door appearing out of nowhere? And I have stated to not go through unless I am present.
Right.
Now imagine what would happen if you arrive at the tower without me. Maybe you'd have to fight one clock after another. Fighting for your life.
While fighting
because
the first,
I'd be the
first
only
boss as
one
well.
to merge with my true self and then take action.
It is also to point out that it was Sachi's harebrained scheme to follow after a dying raven, not Riza's.
Right. So then let's shift the argument here. I know what Nomad's trying to get at here. We've been being very reactionary from what I've seen. And that's with like a lot of places. So, but then that's not a bad thing, but proactiveness, I think, is a good thing to discuss from time to time. So, what's our minus training and minus getting ready? What do we have a plan, a course of action at the moment?
Right now, our course of action is Exodyssea. Q and I, we have already conjured a barrier, allowing you to be there without being interrupted.
Oh, sweet.
You need
Okay.
to learn as much as you can about the place, because we think that it is in direct connection with what is happening within Hollow City. Stopping the threat in Hollow City is a priority, considering that each clock that gets conjured will strengthen the pool more and more.
Right.
Not to mention, it continues to destroy the infinite corridors, and more realities will fall into the same fate that Exodyssea is currently in.
Right.
The knowledge in Exodyssea will ultimately also bring us closer to where the renegade ravens are. Perhaps even all of them. Which might give us a good idea how to get to the tower as well. Chasing the wind out of
As the
Scarlet Cane
ravens-
is not going to bring us anywhere
Is she not
unless...
also a renegade raven?
No. No, she is a true raven. Like I stated before, she had the chance to climb the tower and failed. The others too, but I've altered them, which makes them renegades.
What's up, Steel?
Effectively... Oh, go ahead, sorry, I didn't see your hand.
Does the tower change position, or is it like in a set location?
Every 21 years of the realm that it is currently at, it will change universe.
What if they create a scout team? Like the fastest, most nimblest people who can get out of trouble within seconds. You use them to track Scarlet or whatever energy back to the tower, or find its location, and then use them to either A, create some kind of like field of operations nearby or around, or B, they just somehow be able to get in contact with you and get everybody to get there. Maybe I'm thinking too tactically, but I mean, what if
Allow me to
Can't
put
do
it
that
this
with
way.
everybody else? Oh.
Allow me to put it this way. Even if you were able to get to the tower, it would still require Riza to open the door. For that reason, those individuals would be waiting there until we still have to find a way to the tower. Time, again, as I mentioned before to people, dilates within the in-between. It is unpredictable, meaning that those individuals may have to hold out for centuries before any of us arrive there.
I see why that's a bad.
That's why in a world, getting there through a shortcut is not going to be very feasible.
Yeah, not to mention
No, the
most
course of action.
people go through the in-between and they just kind of go crazy and lose their shit. And there's also the in-between also doesn't like physics sometimes too. So you could go into a place and just. Sorry,
It is a law between. It is a world, realm between realities, and thus it has no
I see why
laws.
that plan would not work then.
Currently, we are in a very good state when it comes to Exodusia. We have the barrier, and we were even able to steal that cosmic energy from the Keepers, which means their state within this realm is also weakened. Additionally, we're still waiting for Architect to decipher the rest of the papers, see what he can save. And according to the information that we can receive from these scripts, our path might change even more.
I must also point out.
Keep me waiting.
Keep you waiting for what?
Is there any way to separate her from Malleus? And or is there any way to get Malleus to forfeit the ticket?
I do not know, Malleus. But even if you would achieve that, how would that exactly help us?
One less threat we have to deal with.
You're prioritizing it.
I will say this.
I think more the point that Nomad is getting at is that it's something for him to do in the meantime.
He is more of a. That is a valid statement right there. Malleus is more of the type that will go after what's interesting to him at the most in the moment. He seeks enjoyment of life for however fucking long he lives for. Right now, I haven't seen him act
aberration that is
towards the tower, so most likely that is on, in his mind, the back burner, unless Scarlet herself suddenly brings it to his attention and gets him to think on doing something towards it would entertain him. Or that he can find something he can collect.
What's far more important, Nomad, you have the stealthy capabilities. I think you yourself would be much more needed in Harlow City with a partner. Scarlet Kane, you know her. She's going to be the one seeking out you. Eventually.
If she was the one on the ship, then yeah.
David was gravely injured because of her. I just can't keep letting her ambush us left and right.
David was not critically injured because of Scarlet Kane. He was critically injured because I sent him to your ship to close a rift.
Yes, and the drift energy that afflicted him caused a hole in his chest.
That is correct.
I can tell that she's getting stronger. Is there no other way, or are we just gonna let Malleus and Scarlet scheme in the background while they attack us from the shadows?
So what you're
Isn't
planning
that
is you
what
want
we
to just
train to do here in Heaven's Reach? Demon's Bane? To always be prepared for the unexpected.
if she starts becoming more of a threat, that jeopardizes the plan, because at the end goal of the whole plan here of getting to the tower, it will achieve your goal towards her. She'll be gone. Good. But, as we know, trying to fight her won't, as you know, permanently erase her, while if she does conflict with our immediate plans that will eventually get rid of her, then yes, she will become a target that we'll need to deal with. But right now, she's more, as much as I hate to say it, more of a nuisance. Though I do know she is targeting you.
Could you rewrite Ravens right now, if it came down to it?
Oh,
Could you do
chat,
it?
my heart is pounding.
No,
David is
I'm
so
lacking
fucking
the
mad
powers
right
of the
now.
tower itself.
David is so fucking mad right now, Chad. This
However,
might
it's
come
the
out.
people you care about the most first. I know she's not going to attack me.
I believe I'm going to give you champions all a task
Okay.
now.
See you later, X.
Okay.
David, Higgs. It is much overdue. Cosmic training. We need to see
we
that
talked
you
about it on the
learn
way
the
in.
arts of Ed Hodo. Very good. Ethereal,
We're gonna be meeting on Wednesdays.
I would like you to intensify what you learn while Architect is deciphering this language. It will help us out a great deal in the future when Architect is not around anymore. Nomad, I would like you to do a patience training. That includes
A patience
meditation.
training.
Indeed.
I do believe there is a task we could also ask him to do that is more suited. We need you to verify that what they encountered on your ship has been dealt with or not. We need to know about that drift entity, and if there is a keeper out there wandering around infused with their energy.
That I have told him already, Q.
I'm saying that should be his task right now.
I was referring to training.
For sure.
Okay.
Demon Spin is not enough. And training the Vanguards is not enough. You all need your personalized training. And I see patience lacking within you, Nomad. Work on it.
I'll hold my tongue for now.
Very well. I will adjourn this meeting now. You're all free to leave.
Apologies for wasting your time, Steel.
No, it was informative, actually.
How many years have you spent waiting? How many people have died since you've been in Heaven's Reach? 3, maybe 4? How many children have been birthed in the time period you've been in Heaven's Reach? How many families have been made? Lives have changed. People have gone missing in the time you've been at Heaven's Reach. 0? 1? How about 5? 6? You are away for a week. For me, it is a month. And today, I have been informed that that will continue until this objective is over. By the time this is over, I could be 80 or 100,000 years old, Nomad. While it's been maybe a few years for you. You can bloody work on your fucking patience!
Seems like yours is lacking too. I will give you some books, David, about cosmic energy and how to properly teach it.
Thank you.
If you need anything else at any point, do let me know.
Okay.
The meeting is over, Joe. Thank you.
You start to, no, that's why I was trying to find Cora.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Dave.
Mana sickness is, quite interesting.
I feel like it was a swift decision, but I love me to let you know.
would like to be left alone, Joe. Thank you. I still don't understand what you just said, but I imagine it was sympathetic. That are insulting. That'd be funny. Hold on a second, chat. I'm gonna make it nighttime. Not even 10 p.m. It's usually nighttime around this time anyways. Hi.
I got really nothing to say, but I just wanted you to know that,
I think what you said needed to be said. I guess. But on top of that, I think we can't afford right now to be very angry with each other, all things considered. I mean, for God's sakes, I'm not even around that much. I figure probably a lot of you are pretty pissy at me sometimes for not being around. But you guys don't get angry at me about it, at least openly. Or at least too much. I know there's a lot of you, you know, like,
I have
hey,
said
go
to
train.
everyone, every champion, Patty specifically, if any champion decides they don't want to do this anymore, I will not hold it against them. Because everyone else has a family to go back home to. Everyone has lives to continue with, children to raise. My wife died. I have no kids.
I know.
I know.
I don't have any person to go back home to. I have nothing to lose. But friends, very close friends. But they can move on. So I do not blame anyone who does not show up for training. I wish they would, all the time. That is why I spend my time evolving in the core. That is why I stay away for months on end, because I feel that there is one day where, depending on where the future goes, that I might have to pick up the slack. I don't know for who. That is not saying ill on any of you. But I just need to be prepared for the possibility of that happening. That is why I am here. That's why I can't leave. 'Cause this is my objective. This is where I need to be. If I were to dabble somewhere else, then I could lose that objective. I could spread myself thin, evolve myself in other ways, which I have seen happen to you and everyone else. And I understand. I don't blame you. But I need to be here.
Right. Remember the servant card that I told you about?
Yeah.
Probably years ago for you now at this point.
Yeah.
The servant that I have is one of an Avenger. She is a spirit of vengeance. Of revenge. So I understand where Nomad's coming from.
I do. Bloody hells, Higgs. We were raised the same way.
Yeah, I know.
We evolved the same way. We lived our lives the same way. If there's anyone who understands Nomad, it's me. The people, I am friends with someone who is part of the faction that was involved with the death of my own wife.
So, not to Avenger-splain then. He's upset because of you, not because of Scarlet Cane. At the root of it, it's because you got hurt.
That was my choice.
But he's not going to see it like that.
Sure.
It's not patience that is his problem. It's he's worried about you. He's worried. He's angry that this happened to you.
That's not the
because
only
of his
reason.
enemy.
He said it himself during that meeting. He wants Scarlet Cane dead. He said it to me multiple times. I have tried to break through to him, and he has made strides forward and then taken them back. He wants her dead, Higgs, and he's blinded by vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. I'd be in the same boat. I have been in the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
But what would it accomplish if we did something like that? She'd just go back to the tower.
It wouldn't.
No,
it wouldn't.
Is,
And then,
as Riza stated, a waste of resources.
Right.
What we have to do is train. And I hate it. Trust me, I do, Higgs. I have to pretend like it's just been a few days. I have watched friends of mine pass away and then come back to life. Hell, the other day I saw Fable, and he acted like nothing happened, and I had to pretend that nothing happened, that this was just another day, that I'm just looking at a friend that passed and years later came back to life, and now I have to pretend it's only been a few months, and I have to let him live his life, and I have to move on. I have
with
to.
Fable. Specifically, actually wanted to touch up on this. He's thinking the same way that you are. He was trapped in the Aether. Time is sped up there. About 10 times. I don't know how much it was, but it's been years for him too. So both of you are playing a facade at that.
Okay. Well,
I know it was irrelevant to the conversation, but I wanted you to know.
I appreciate that. There may be a conversation that needs to be had between the two of us, but it's just... I don't understand how they do it. I don't understand how Riza does it. I don't understand how Corvus does it. And again,
I don't understand
today
how I do
was just discovered that we can't connect the flow of time to Heaven's Reach, so who knows how many years will pass by the time this is all over. And I have to just pretend that I'm not old, getting old. I don't even know how long I have to live, Higgs. I don't know how long this body ages.
I understand that. I go get checked up once every month, roughly, at the hospital to make sure I'm not having like any kind of massive cellular. I'm 2.8 billion years old or something.
Oh, God damn it! Well, I don't understand how you do it either. Then.
My physical body is 40, 50. Hi, Calypso. And
So you've been a star for like billions of years, and now you're physically in a body? Is that what I'm hearing?
I never remember anything past about 100 years, maybe 200.
Okay, well, I guess that makes it a hell of a lot easier.
It does. I think Calypso wants your attention.
Oh. Miss Calypso, what can I do for you?
I want to apologize.
Yes? Why?
I want to apologize about the whole thing.
With Mr. Villanaro?
Yes.
That is not your fault.
It's not only that, it's... I don't think I've been a good comrade or champion or whatever you want to call it. I want to apologize for all the trouble that I brought. Especially when it comes to trying to find Athena. Respectfully, I really appreciate everything you taught me and everything Riza and Q have done for me, but I think I'm just I think I'm in your way, so...
That has never been a thought that has been on my mind for a moment, Miss Calypso. As I was just stating to Higgs, I do not blame any of the champions for involving themselves in other things, because I understand. As for blaming yourself on what had happened, I had encouraged you to make that decision. Unfortunately, it didn't bear fruit. This is not your burden to blame, at least, if anything, not fully, Miss Calypso. We must move on. Unfortunately, though, there will not be any more visitations from Mr. Villanaro.
I'm just afraid that I don't do anything you teach me justice.
Everyone learns differently. No one person is the same. Someone learns fast, someone learns slow, but in the end, everyone can be taught.
Do you see it that way too, Higgs?
I guess some people have a hell of a hard time being taught some things, but I think the right people can get through them, especially if they have the right support groups.
Motivation. That is a very large factor in the ability to learn anything. You can be taught hundreds of different things or informed hundreds of different things, but it is up to you to put them into practice. That is something no one can teach you but yourself.
In short, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink.
Indeed.
I was trying to find my place in the circle. I was scared that I cannot reach up to all the others, and I'm sorry, I heard Nomad in passing. There was someone with him, and I said hello. That someone asked him who I was, and Nomad responded no one important.
There was something
right now.
very
Very
wrong
wrathfully
today.
angry.
Yes, there was something that happened today that has caused a lot of emotions amongst the champions right now. And please ignore his comments.
He didn't mean them. He's just angry, okay?
We're all dealing with quite a bit right now. So.
Alright.
This happens.
Sorry if
This
I added to it.
No, it's
No,
fine.
you're fine. You're fine. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to understand your place in the universe a little bit better.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Of course. If it is your custom to bow, I understand, but if not, there's no need.
I did it with my old master.
No, then I will respect that if you wish.
I really respect you a lot, David. In fact, I respect all of you. I'm really trying.
We know you are,
I
kiddo.
hope I can reach you all just a little bit one day.
If I'm able of making gods jealous, so are you.
Not to be so, what's the right word? I don't know. Kiddo, I work a 9 to 5 as a private investigator. Most of the time I don't do the whole saving the world explosions thing. There's a lot of mundanity to a lot of us, so don't put us too high on a pedestal, okay? To do yourself a disservice.
Indeed. I said what I said in jest. With a little bit of
All right.
seriousness to it.
In a way, though, it's kind of a great motivation. But
It's good
I get what you
motivation.
mean.
Yeah, unrealistic one, but it's good motivation.
Thank you, Hicks.
Bye, Hicks. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about Athena, I feel like I've tried everything I could at this point.
Athena.
Is this where the acceptance part comes in? Because it kind of hurts in the stomach area.
I know. I know. Athena is. Athena's a helium balloon, Calypso. Without a string. She's going to fly wherever she needs to. One day, she'll run out of helium and just be air, and she'll float down and return to the ground. But right now, you just have to let her go.
I see. I guess that's only fair. We all have someone that we miss.
Indeed.
I'll try.
Walk tall, Miss Calypso. If you would like.
Thank you for always being there for me.
Of course, little one. Of course.
I suppose I will get back to training then.
And good luck with it.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Have a wonderful rest of your night, Master David.
And same to you. I have still a lot to do, and a lot of time to do it, I guess. I suppose I'll just keep going at it as I always have, eh? Just one day at a time. Keep moving forward. As I've always told myself, just keep moving forward, don't look back. Just keep moving forward. But for now, Master Corvus, I think I need to retire for the night. I don't think I can handle anymore. It's been a lot. And, I think I need to, just call it a day, you know? And tomorrow will be different. A new day, as they say. Another day for me to get over my emotional state and stop taking things so goddamn seriously It'll give me a lot more stories to tell her, right? While I wait, it'll give me a lot more stories to tell her, right? Right? I'm sorry. I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed. Thank you, as always.
That somehow it generates an enemy that can only be killed by certain individuals, and then a bunch of other shit that can be killed by anybody. So I'll just be killing the things that can be killed by anybody because I'm not cool like that. So the people who are cool like that are gonna be killing the people that you need to kill because apparently.
BRB, check DMs. Hold on. Oh, you want David to go through an experience? Fuck! Oh my god, I literally said that out loud. I'm so fucking sorry. I don't think I was supposed to fuck. Oh my god. Sure? I guess. I'll get to my reading tomorrow, right? Lots of books revolving around it. Who knows? That'll keep me good busy, good busy. Stop. Not right now. Go to bed. Go to bed, please. For goodness sake, go to bed. Oh my god, that was good. Whoa! That was so fucking good, dude. That was very good. Also, oof. The big oof.
Hey Goose, my computer crashed. I'm
Oh.
trying to talk to you. Hold on.
Let's go to another way. Just go to DM2. What's that?
Hey there. First of all, excellent stuff. That was really good.
Oh, amen, brother. Very good.
There's a thing that I have which I cannot really say, otherwise it'd be a spoiler. But obviously, I don't know. I guess first, if you want to put up a BRB screen, if you haven't already.
Okay. Mute stream.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a sec. All right, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let him deceive you.
Oh no, Jans, don't. of a dream. Be gone, demons. You're good. I'm good. You're good. Alright, so... unless anything else is planned, I think David will return to bed if he can. I'm just hanging out here because there's no way David's going to be able to sleep for a little bit after that, so he's just kind of, you know, easing it out. Yeah, he's just kind of like fucking trying to calm himself down, you know, find your center as he says all the time. And just thinking to himself overall. Which is why I've been chilling here in silence. I got the tail end of that before it happened. I had a vision of some sort. Yeah, but nobody is approaching me. No, like, VR chat champions, like fucking Dagger or Ethereal, I mean, or anything, so I'm probably just going to return. David's just going to return to bed. He thinks, in his mind, who knows how long he's been asleep, right? He could have been asleep for hours and everybody's gone home now, so he's just like, you know, outside by himself, because, you know, the houses are pretty much empty out here. Just observing and enjoying the night before passing back out. Visions are cringe. Oh, you shut up. It was awesome. Also, I know you're being sarcastic. You're fine. Alright, so now David is going to go back to bed. I'd come talk to David, but I can't. Oh, rip. Again, he's under the impression that who knows how many hours have passed since he's been asleep. And just woke up from that, so he doesn't even think anybody's still in Heaven's Reach right now. He thinks they've all gone home. So it was one of those, if like someone did happen to approach, I was just going to be like, oh, well, people are still here, you know, sort of a thing. Alright, but now we'll get the big David sleep for real. After that insanity. Was that on purpose? Was that on purpose? What?
Yes.
It was on purpose?
Yes.
Oh, shit, sorry. I'm in the wrong avatar, Chad. I'm in my fucking social avatar. Anyone there? Hello? Hello? Running, playing tricks on my head again. Am I gonna have to deal with this again now? Is there something else I have to deal with? My own medals playing tricks on my head again. Thought we conquered this bullshit. So I'll just sit down for a little bit longer until I can clear my head. And then I'll go back to bed or something. Meditate and think. Just stress. Too much stress lately. Too much stress. Where are you? I heard you. Where are you? I heard you. Are you there? Hello? I have it's been a long time since I've had I hope you're not rearing your ugly head again, because I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Not again. can't. Not right now. I can't be told. Not right now. No, I can't be told right now. No, I can't. No, I can't. Not again. Not right now. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. I can't deal with this. Not again. Please. Please. Not again. Please. Not again. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to deal with this. I had to deal with this before. I had to deal with this before. I'm very familiar. I don't want to deal with this again. I don't want to deal with this. I conquered you. 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 Stop it. I said I conquered you. This is not it. I dealt with this before, and I've dealt with... We fixed it. Stop it! Stop! I said stop it! Stop it! Stop it! What?